Okay, and we still have Attorney Magdamo here, but now representing off-grid advocates. The off-grid advocates, ano? Off-grid meaning, alam po ninyo, we're on-grid ngayon yung ating kuryente and other things, no? Other public services. On-grid tayo sa Meralco, nakatali tayo sa Meralco. May mga advocates for off-grid, meaning let's get away from that grid, ano? And hindi ho, kasama na rin yung let's get off the GREED, ano? And itong ating diskusyon tungkol sa modernization ng jeepney, which is our subject for the second half, is going off-grid from the oil companies naman, ano? Okay. And what is the problem really? I think this first image depicts the problem. The smoke belching jeepneys that are 20, 30, 40 years old and still running, but poisoning our air and more importantly, congesting our streets. It is not the only factor in our congestion of traffic, but it is one of the biggest factor. It is also economically irrational. It does not make good sense to keep the system running. And it has kept our jeepney drivers and operators poor, at the marginal level, and unfortunately, matagal na po itong jeepney modernization program, and the past administrations have had it, too, pero hindi magawa-gawa dahil maraming confusion. At the same time, too, ang jeepney sector hindi nakakatulong. Dahil ang sagot ng isang partikular na grupo, yung piston, mag-strike. Upang siguro sa aking impression, maipagmalaki na kaya nila. However, they're also justified kasi yung mga pamahalaan na dumaan hanggang sa ngayon, nagkukulang sa preparasyon, pagkaseryoso sa paghahanda, at pagbibigay ng tamang pag-unawa sa mga pananaw naman ng mga drivers ng mga jeepneys at mga operators. And caught in between are our commuters. That's a real tragedy. And I think Piston, again, this week had, or that was just this week or last week, had a jeepney strike. And bangayan na naman, sabi ng kabila, we paralyzed Manila. Of course, government said, not so, but this does not help anyone. It does not help anyone. And what I entitled this segment, and I am coming out with my editorial that I will publish in my blog again. I'm becoming active again in my blog. Two flat tires talaga ang nagtitirik po sa ating jeepney modernization. And sino-sino ito mga to? Si Tugade. We have to identify somebody responsible. And ang piston. Hindi nakatulong po yung unang-una. Kahit na handa ang gobyerno, and this is the report that we have from the newspaper, government open to dialogue, but Duterte, government open to dialogue. Despite that, the piston went on strike, inconvenienced the public and the government, and so napikon si Duterte, and slammed, pinagalitan ng piston, hindi lang pinagalitan, talagang minura ang piston with some expletives, na hindi na natin ulitin dito. Ang sabi ng piston, mga botante kami ni Duterte, bakit kami minura? Actually, ang mura ni Duterte, tapos yung liman nilait pa ni Duterte, I don't care if you're poor. Hindi yung panlalait sa mahirap, panglalait doon sa mga nagdadahilan na naman, mahirap kami, kaya special ang dapat ituring sa amin. What do you think? That's my interpretation of Duterte's comment, no?
Piston, they're sort of parang nagpapaawa effect, tearjerker, which is no longer working. The people won't buy that anymore.
Tsaka yung hindi na issue ang paawa effect, yung kahirapan. Alam na natin lahat yan, and I think what Duterte wanted was really, let's follow the program. Yes. Unfortunately, I have to advise President Duterte to take a second look at his Secretary of Transportation.
Yes.
Bakit naman ilang buwan na lang, January, deadline na sa phase out daw ng mga lumang jeep. How can you phase out? Kung sabihin nila, kasi noon hindi ginawa, dapat the first day of Tugade, ginagawa na yan. Di ba? Bakit ngayon lang biglang, may dahilan din ng mga chopper at mga operators na umangal, di ba? What do you think?
Because the jeepney, they have no choice. They have to buy these Ayala products, these Tugade products. Another oligarch. They have no choice to. There are many other choices, other electric vehicles far more efficient than the ones being forced down the throat of Piston and the other protesters.
Yes. Well, of course, it's not FEDUDAP, and there are many other associations who are cooperative naman, na nagsasang-ayon din naman doon sa mga issue na ibang nire-raise ng Piston.
Yes.
So I think government gets frustrated with Piston, but are not giving enough. Government is not giving enough importance, emphasis to the other associations naman.
Yes.
Now, Duterte's expression for the express phase out is an expression of urgency. This is what we Duterte's deadline for jeepney phase out, an expression of urgency. So President Duterte feels the urgency. I think the public feels the urgency. Yung traffic nandyan, yung pollution nandyan, but again, the Department of Transportation doesn't show that they have a sense of urgency on this matter.
Yeah, for the past 30 years, this electric motor shift has been being pushed already. And why only now? Why only one brand? There are many brands, good brands for electric vehicles.
And maraming paghahanda na hindi pa ginagawa. Halimbawa, inamin ng LTFRB. First there's this image. Although masaya tayong lahat na pinupush ang e-vehicles, electric vehicles, even jeepney groups laud this plan. I think let's show that image first. E-group lauds government jeepney modernization plan. But the problem is, during the hearing, inamin ng LTFRB, wala silang timeline for the PUV modernization program. LTFRB has no timeline yet for the PUV modernization program. How can they demand the phase out of this and that ng mga jeepney? Wala pa pala silang planado at programadong plano.
I do not believe that actually. Wala silang timeline for their favored brand of electric vehicles. But for the others, there's so many good ones there.
Nirarush na naman ito. Yung Ayala talaga sobrang malakas, sila na ang nasa ticketing system ng lahat ng MRT, LRT, and now they want to take over the jeepney modernization. Wala bang hangganan ng pagkasakim nitong Ayala Group?
Dapat magising ang tao and hopefully join us because we'll be filing cases.
Meron pang bagong issue na lalabas laban sa Ayala Group, Mamaya, this is about the common station.
Yes.
But before we end our discussion, bisitahin natin yung issue na yan. Napakahalaga at makikita na naman ang kasakiman nitong Ayala Group. But tuloy po tayo. Now, so yung Piston nag-strike, although government is willing to have dialogue.
Yes.
Ang Piston naman at yung mga ibang mga jeepney drivers association like FEDUDAP and so on are frustrated because government is not ready. Sa pag-aamin ng LTFRB, wala pa silang timeline. Although sabi mo nga, may timeline, actually may plano, pero dahil may special na oligarch na inaalagaan, nirarush ito na hindi nila masagot kung bakit hindi handa. Okay. Umabot doon sa naimbita ako sa isang press con, special na imbitasyon sa akin, kaya ako'y dumalo sa Kamuning Bakery. Si Wilson Lee Flores, columnist ng Philippine Star, inimbita ako doon. At tahimik lang ako dahil narinig ko naman lahat ng mga tanong na gusto kong matanong. Ang problema, ang Piston ng nagpre-press con, ay marami silang reklamo na, kailangan may industrialization tayo, pero itong lahat ng panahong nakaraan, wala tayong industrialization. Sabi ko, sa nila ako, kailangan magpaliwanag kasi mahirap naman na malason ng wellspring of our history. Maraming kabataan, maraming mga batang press and media ngayon Hindi naman pwedeng palampasin yung kasinungalingan na walang industrialization program. Nung panahon ni Marcos, may progressive car manufacturing program. Si Ricardo Silverio, had a joint venture with Toyota to build engines,
engines.
in the Sukat plant. the ULOs had a joint venture, all under the program of Marcos, no?
Kanlubang
Sa Kanlubang, ano? I think that was the basta't electrical chain, contraption. And then Ford, hindi ko alam kung sinong ka-partner nila, sa Mariveles, body stamping plant. Yung may mga stamping machines na nagbubuo ng katawan ng sasakyan. So the progressive car manufacturing program was ongoing already during Marcos's time. And it is yung hanay ng piston, yung mga NDF and CPP na sumira kay Marcos, at na-scatter lahat ng mga plano niyan. And they did not want to mention that. Hindi ako papayag kasi for me, mas importante kahit sa anong politika, ang historical truth. Di ba? Hindi matututo ang bayan if there is no understanding of the historical facts. You want to add to that?
Yes, also the shift to electric motors.
Yeah, matagal na rin yan, no?
Because the main component of the magnets came from China kasi nabutahe tuloy ng mga fossil fuel companies.
Okay. Now, so uminit ng nagrereklamong piston. Sabi ng piston, si Presidente Duterte, minura kami, masama ang loob namin, hindi na namin siya iboboto, and so on. Sabi ko, bakit hindi kayo naintindihan ni Presidente Duterte at nagalit ka agad sa inyo? Nag-strike kasi kayo, may pwede namang mag-dialogue, at yung hanay ninyo, ang hanay yung piston is NDF. Kasama niya, nilalagi yan. Gabriela, KMU, lahat. Laging lang sasama yan. And kayo identified doon sa destabilization In fact, nasabi ko nga na sa lahat ng mga coup, kasama kayo. Either in one way or the other. Mayroong laro sila. Sabi niya, hindi naman ako kinatawan ng NDF. Hindi naman mga spokesman ng NDF and so on. Hindi naman ako musmus Alam ko naman yung legal fronts and illegal fronts, they have coordination and so on. So I was trying to explain nga na you really have to separate the legitimate issues from your relationship with the illegitimate, lalo-lalo na tuloy pang patayan na naman ngayon ng NPA at ang Armed Forces of the Philippines. This is the time we must consolidate. Uminit yung diskusyon, and this is a very short video, 20 seconds lang, so doon sa nangyari doon. You'll find this very interesting. In fact,
Don't say na kami ay nag-destabilize. You're way out of line.
I'm saying it. It's the president who's saying it.
Ay, problema ni Presidente yun. Presidente na, kahit Presidente nagsabi noon, he may not be right. Kahit ba Presidente ka
He is wrong. But I'm telling you the basis for his reaction. He is wrong. Mali siya nga.
So, nagkainitan. Pinapaliwanag ko, kaya kayo hindi maintindihan ni Presidente na tama kung yun ang totoong hindi naman kayo nagdi-destabilize. Kasi yung image nyo, yung imahe nyo, na-identified kayo, and sa lahat ng destabilization, kasi ayaw nyo tanggapin. Siyempre, paano siya aamin? May sabuatan kami ng CPP, NPA. Hindi naman siya mag-aamin yan. Walang aamin sa kanila yan. In fact, kaya sila nasa parliament ngayon, nasa kongreso, dahil sa sabuatan nila kay Gloria Arroyo. After that, yung party list lumakas at sila ay naipasok. And I will give you, kung magkaroon ng official investigation at masusubpina mga tao, I will have subpoenaed yung mga members ng left na umamin sa akin. Nakatanggap kami ng 25 million kay Gloria Arroyo. Doon sa destabilization laban kay ERAP. Kaya sila nabigyan ng posisyon sa Kongreso. So, huwag tayo maglokohan dyan. And tama si Duterte, kaya galit siya kaagad Alam naman yan, laro nito mga to And so may mga nag-email sa akin, hindi ko na pinapansin. It's time that this nation come together as a united country with the right direction of President Duterte. That's my position then. What's your reaction?
Yes, hopefully. And hopefully Duterte will go into more details rather than just believe his cabinet appointees.
That's right. Kaya nga ako rin, binabatikos yung ibang cabinet members niya. Kasi hindi naman tama na one side lang, mali. Dapat the government should examine its own, it should in fact make more effort, kahit na alam nila na may mga ibang hidden agenda ito it should make an effort to show the public na nagmamalasakit ang gobyerno and make double time, and go the extra mile, to do the right thing. Like in this jeepney modernization. Tugade should double time and go the extra 1 to 10 miles
Yes.
to show the public they are working hard for the correct program. Anong hindi correct dito sa program ni Tugade at yung mga underlings niya? Actually, I'm not sure Tugade goes into the details anymore.
He's a lawyer. He's not an engineer.
Kaya nga eh. So, problema din yun. Now, one problem of the jeepney modernization of government, ang nababasa natin, 6% interest. Sabi ko nga, sa mga kapatid kong mga malalaking negosyante, may mga 500 million utang sa bangko, commercial loans pa, 4% lang interest eh.
Okay.
Ito, billion itong programang ito. 2%, I think they can get it from China if they're going to get equipment from China. Bakit 6%? There is no answer. Some say, pwede naman 4%. That's still too high. This is a project with public service and public interest and public welfare.
Kaya 2% nun.
Oh.
And besides the base elements for constructing the magnetite of the electric motors, they're very abundant in China. That's why, if,
Yung rare earth
Yung rare earth
metals and so on. It's a very unhappy situation. At tumirik ngayon yung modernization program. How do we restart it? Pero again, just to support my thesis that kaya si Presidente Duterte nag-react very negatively to the strike ng piston. Itong sinabi ni Sara Duterte about destabilization. Sabi ni Sara Duterte, destabilization threats as real as terrorism. So if we want this nation to really work together effectively, let us now remove all this destabilization. Let us all declare that we will let President Duterte finish his 6-year term. We will stop all armed action of our allies. Kasi dapat sila piston. Sabihin sa NPA, tumigil na muna kayo. Magtulungan tayo. Hindi lang yung pababayaan ng bayan na magsuspecha sa kanila. Tapos sasabihin nila, we're not related. Who believes you? We don't believe you, di ba? Okay. And again, destabilization, let's listen to Erap's experience. Sabi ni Erap Estrada, I was victim of a grand ouster plot. And that is what Sara Duterte is referring to, and that is what President Duterte feels. Okay. But let's go back to the time of Marcos, yung progressive car manufacturing. Kaya disgustado ako doon sa mga nag-aantay Marcos. Tapos sasabihin na walang ginawang mabuti si Marcos. Ito po ang executive order ni Marcos, number 906 in 1983. Launching the Progressive Car Manufacturing Program. Nandyan po. Ngayon, kung reklamo sila, yung mga jeep, walang participation, that is not true. Ang Francisco Motors, kasama doon sa Progressive Car Manufacturing. Ang Sarao Motors, kasama doon. So, please, NDF and Piston, tigilan niyo yung propaganda niyo. And again, Ricardo Silverio, and his Progressive Car Manufacturing Program. I think we have an old report on that. This is a book on the, nakalista po dyan, hindi lang natin ma-expand yung, yung 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 Progressive Car Manufacturing members. Naalala mo yung Volkswagen, anong gawa nila noon? Truckbayan. Sakbayan and Truckbayan. Ano pa? Sino pa?
Sa Mitsubishi, it was Cimarron.
Cimarron, oo.
Ford Fiera, and then Toyota Tacmarao.
Yun. Tapos yung Toyota, meron ding mini cruiser.
Yes.
Yung maliit na pang-military na na-export pa sa Indonesia. So, we were moving forward. Pero again, ano nangyari? Pinabagsak si Marcos ng sabuatan. In one way, yung CPP, NPA, ang pinakamalaking destabilizing factor, gumamit ng armas laban sa gobyerno, nalinlang ang maraming mga kabataan, maraming namatay, tapos ibibintang si Marcos, pinaarmas niyo naglabanan and so, tigilan na natin yan. And again, Top Gear had a report, a modern report on this. So, hinighlight nila yung panahon ni Marcos. Anyway, sa EDSA may double-decker.
Yes.
Bakit hanggang ngayon wala tayong double-decker para mabawasan yung mga sasakyan sa EDSA? And yung Truckbayan, I think, I had a picture of that. Is it ready? Yan yung Truckbayan ng Volkswagen. Mga ebidensya nandyan, tapos harap-harapan, sasabihin, walang effort noon. Anyway, so we've reviewed history, reviewed the current controversy. I provide you a dramatic picture of my own experience in this heated debate. No? So what should we do? First, these two flat tires, either we re-inflate them or remove them and
Change them.
Change them. Ano? I don't know kung kaya ni Presidente Duterte na palitan si Tugade or mag-usap sila para mapalitan naman yung style ni Tugade.
Gawin na lang yung ombudsman si Tugade.
Ayun.
Mas bagay siya doon.
Abogado ba si
Tugade, yes.
Ayun pala.
Anyway, there is no ombudsman now actually.
Ganyan. Because
The term of Carpio Morales expired way back in 2012.
because she was also supposed to serve only the unexpired term of
Mercy Gutierrez.
Mercy.
So why not appoint Tugade there to the ombudsman?
Okay, anyway, ang ating off-grid advocate, si Mel Magdamo, has these observations sa jeepney modernization. Now, I think government has limited time to prove its competence in this area. Otherwise, the President should really take a serious look at Tugade, put him in a more appropriate place, and find an engineer and a master planner diyan sa Department of Transportation. Okay, I think we've discussed these two major issues that erupted the past week. So final words on both the COMELEC chair search and our transport modernization.
Siguro sa COMELEC search, Glenn Chong seems to be the best choice at the moment. And sa transportation, kung ipipilit yung Tugade version of electric vehicles, sana man lang yung pag-charge nun, wag ipilit sa mga oligarchs sa Meralco. You can use wind, you can use solar, and siguro ma-message kay Alcosi siguro, he grew up in a pier in Rojas in Mindoro. If you look outside the pier, you know the up and down of the waves can generate electricity. It has been proven in France, in Israel. Philippines has the second to the longest coastline in the whole world, considering the 7,000 islands. The mere up and down of water can generate electricity. And if you place that in piers, it will generate electricity for electric vehicles. Electric vehicles doesn't have to plug into oligarch Meralco. They can plug into wind energy, solar energy, tidal energy. We have the highest average wind speed in the whole, one of the top in the whole world. That strongest storm hit Philippines. And we are very good at wind. That's why, bakit nagpapaniwala tayo sa mga coal oligarchs? Sila dati ang nagsasabotahe ng renewable energy.
Okay, and from my point of view, this nation must stick to the historical truth and historical facts. Tama na yung partisan interpretation of history. Hindi nakakatulong sa ating pagkakaunawaan bilang isang pamilya, bilang isang komunidad. We are a national community. We are one. We favor neither the oligarchs, in fact, we're anti-oligarchs. We are also anti the partisan communists who use underhanded tactics to confuse the people. And actually, Joma Sison is being protected by the Americans in the Netherlands with NATO. Pikon na pikon siya when I say that. But can you deny that, Mr. Joma Sison? Kaya wag na po kayong magsabotahe ng national unity dito. And we can work together if you all agree there. And wala nang sorpresahan at sindakan na pa-strike. We must cooperate and then we will achieve all that we have envisioned for this nation. Maraming salamat po and see you again next week.